good? Hitz Digital Radio. I'm your host, Giant the R&B Bully. Jimmy Got Racks is in here. Oh man, I don't even know what to think right now. But hit that like button, and we're gonna get to it.
We may have had differences. We may have had differences. We may have had differences. We may have had
What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good, man? We're gonna take it real slow this evening, and this is Wednesday, right?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday. We're gonna take it real slow. I got a lot of notes, and we're gonna kind of just go through this thing slowly. But first and foremost, how are you, man? Jimmy Got Racks in the building. How are you?
I'm good, man.
How was your day today?
No, it was pretty good. Started raining a little bit.
Okay. First of all, I want to address the comments that I just got. I want to, that I got previously. Let me see. Who is this? Turn up the brightness on my shit. That girl Saintsational commented and said, "What's on the catering menu? Hope all is well." I'm putting the menu together now, but it's Andre's Mansion Catering. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna do very exquisite meals as well as I'm gonna do everything basically. I don't care if it's Mexican food, whatever it is, I can cook it. So I will get back with you on what the menu is. I'll probably post it. And also you can follow me at Giant the R&B Bully on Instagram. Follow that, and you can also follow Andre's Delish Recipes on Instagram. And you can see some of the things I make when I'm at home, because I make something every weekend. Every weekend I make something and I post it. Let's see. And I got some other comments, but it's on conscience. It's doing stuff. Plus, I don't think it's funny to be laughing at any victim if their truth, it's their truth, and can't nobody take that away. Well, nobody's doing that. First of all, nobody's taking none of that away. Like I said before, I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't. We're going to be objective today. We're going to look at this very objectively because it's a lot coming out that's kind of crazy. And, also, one second. Hold on one second. SYDBO. What up, Dre? What up? Dre and Jimmy, hey, Harlem, New York. It's good to see you, Harlem, New York.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Beauty is me. Hey, Dre, Jimmy. Oh, they shouting you out, Mr. Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to be present
Right, right.
all the time. Are you? Oh shit. Are you catering to studios we need to feed our employees? Absolutely. Yes. Yes, of course. And I do personal chef things too. So if you and your significant other want to have an eloquent dinner, just the two of you, I'm there. I'm there. And I puts it down. Let's not get that messed up. Hit hard. What it do? What it do, Pepper? How much songs R. Kelly used to make in a day? I mean, he can make anywhere from 2, 3. It depends on what he feel like. Songwriting was nothing to him. He just go in and you know what I'm saying and do his thing. It was nothing. I used to watch him do it all the time. I mean, it was nothing to him. Nice to see you guys. Harlem, New York. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's get to the topic of the show. Okay, the topic of the show basically is how many. Felicia Fee, what's good? Um, we're gonna be talking about today the updates of the trial. Diana and give me a minute, people. Give me a minute, people. I'm tired of give me a minute. The trial, Diana, and we're going to do the Jane Doe Angela. Let me put that up there for y'all. Jane Doe Angela and Diana. I'll decide which one I'm gonna start out on. Probably gonna be Diana. Um, First I want to do this though, and let you know where I get my information from. So, shout out to, and I'm gonna say his name first because I watch him, and he's a supporter. He's a supporter of Kels. And like I said, pay attention. We're going to be objective today. We're going to be objective, okay? Shout out to Dana J. He's going hard. Very hard. And I got to respect it. I don't know why I like to start off with the hat, but then I take it off. But shout out to Dana J. Shout out to the plaintiff Jane. And shout out to A View from Tracy's Point. Now, the plaintiff Jane and A View from Tracy's Point, and what I saw from Dana J today. Dana J, big homie, I didn't get a chance to watch your whole video, but I already know what your position is. So I salute you for that. And the plaintiff Jane and A View from Tracy's Point, they have a whole different thing going on. So, like I said before, I'm going to be objective. So I want a supporter, and then I want the people that are not supporting. And I'm going to be talking from that perspective. Okay? So, with that being said, let me look. Nostalgia Films, BU Dre, True, Dana going hard. You ain't lying, Dana going hard. He's going hard. And Nostalgia Films, I mess with y'all. I mess with y'all like that, for real. and you've been supporting and all of that, and everybody else who's been supporting, subscribing to the channel. I mean, it's a new channel, man. It's a new channel. So we're gonna talk about a few things. Also, another thing we're gonna talk about. Let me put that on the screen real quick just so you can look at it. I didn't even put it in the thing. I'm doing too much. But I'll just say it, I'll write it in later. A transgender beat the brakes off of a whole female. And I'm not laughing. I'm really not. But I think I don't know if this is right. Because this is a whole grown man by birth. Jimmy, is this right to you?
No, not at all. I feel
What's
that.
your take on it? I mean, give me your view on it, because this man beat her unconscious. Oh, what am I laughing at? Beat her unconscious, and she had like 7 staples in her head.
Yeah, I seen the fight actually, but
You seen it?
yeah, I seen the fight.
Tell the people about it. What did you see?
I mean,
I didn't
you
watch
know, you know, when you think of a female versus a male, it's like it's a handicap match. You know, it'll never be a woman that, you know, has the physical strength of a man. So, you know, it was like, you know, to do that, I think like, okay, I mean, I understand the whole deal about, you know, being equal and, you know, treating everybody fair and, you know, so on and so forth. But, you know, I mean, just the logic behind that one was not smart on the people who, you know, are behind her and the people that's behind him.
Right.
You know, you know, I guess it's safe to say, you know, since he was born male and has the physical strength of a male, that,
Right.
you know, maybe he should fight another male
Absolutely, he should fight another male.
or fight another, you know, transgender if that's the case, but
Exactly.
never a female.
I'm in 100% agreement with you.
Right.
Jazz Dillinger says, "Did you grow up with Kales?" No. Kales is from the South Side. I'm from the West Side, and I knew of him because I was frequenting the same studio. I think it was Chicago Tracks at the same during that time. And I was working out of there, and he was working out of there, so we knew each other in passing. But we didn't really. We got together based off the Cotton Club because we had done so many shows and stuff like that that nobody was letting us in these talent shows or none of that. So we said, screw it, we'll just go to the Cotton Club.
You talking about you, Rick, and Earl?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because we kept winning the shows and they just got sick of our shit. I mean, they just got sick of us coming through there, taking their money because it was gong shows and all that kind of stuff. You know, where, you know, if you was whacked, they throw this little bell, this little like damn near like a cowbell. You know, they would ring the little cowbell, but it got to the point when we knew that we couldn't do it no more. Somebody threw the bell out on the floor, like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
So then we basically knew, okay, it's over for this. So that's Dillinger YTF. I hope that explained it to you. I'm just asking because then said he grew up with him too. No, I didn't grow up with him at all. At all. And they had some type of like kind of like thing to where they felt like they were better than everybody else on the South Side. And I hate to say that because I'm cool with a lot of people that's on the South Side, but this particular Negro felt like he was better than us. And he always used to try to joke like, oh, you niggas from the West Side. Woo, woo, woo. So I'm like, damn. And Granny is Oko forever said Dana never said he grew up with Kels. Yeah, I got nothing to do with that. That's what Daz Dillinger said. So I got nothing to do with that. And let me clear something up too. I'm not debating with no YouTubers at all. I watch everybody. I respect everybody. It's all good. So I'm giving you my perspective and letting you know if I know these certain people that's coming up in this trial situation. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you some stories. But we're gonna be tonight objective. For real, objective. Because based off the testimonies that I have heard from A View from Tracy's Point and the plaintiff Jane and Dana J, based off how I'm viewing it, it's not looking too good. It's not.
Right.
So I'm gonna keep it real tonight. So let me go through my notes and we're gonna kick this thing off. We're gonna start with the scale thing, and then we'll go to the transgender that beat the brakes off a whole woman, which is foul. Okay, so Diana, by way of my sources, which I already said, Diana was supposedly an executive assistant.
Okay.
Now, I do remember her. But to my understanding, and from where I sat in the situation, she appeared to be a nanny, where she was dealing with the kids and doing stuff around the house, because no one was privileged to, especially not us, because remember, we weren't friends.
Right.
So we weren't privileged to know a lot of things. So when stuff happened at the studio and stuff like that, around the time that Aaliyah was in there, we would be in a whole nother room. And basically weren't allowed, I would say. Like further, I'm going to get into that, how everybody had to move a certain way. You moved only in the capacity that he needed you in. So we weren't privileged to actually just roam the studio, just do whatever we wanted to do. We couldn't do that. So but I thought she was basically a nanny.
Okay.
Now, I listened to my sources again, where Diana was saying, like, if she did something wrong or whatever the case may be, she would be docked.
Really? Her pay or
her pay docked.
Oh.
And that, she wouldn't know until she didn't get no check.
Jeez.
Now, let me just speak on that. I've never, ever got my check docked, because we didn't come in like that. And even after the public announcement and R. Kelly split and this, that, and the third, it was a point where I came back and he was still paying me. Never got my check docked, because I never had that type of relationship with him that he could even feel justified to actually dock my check.
Right.
And that's a fact. So let's move on. Diana also said that they had to move about. Excuse me. They had to move about the house, and if they entered the room, they had to knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. I witnessed that. We couldn't move about the house like that. We didn't even have that type of free reign. So when I would get to the studio or whatever the case may be, wherever they put me at, I knew I could not be roaming around. You understand? So it wasn't even like I even questioned it. I didn't give a shit.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I was cool with that because I wasn't trying to roam around the house or whatever the case may be. So, but now here's what I heard from the plaintiff Jane. The plaintiff Jane said that Diana said that this idea of knocking on the door came from Drea. That's what she said. How could it have come from her when I've witnessed she had to do the same thing?
Right.
She had to call or whatever the case may be, wherever he was at in the house, and say, hey, is it cool if I go to the kitchen? Is it cool if I go here? And he would tell her, this I've witnessed.
Right.
So I didn't, that's kind of like not 100. That's not 100. So a lot of things that are happening, guys, a lot of things that are going on, there's some truth and then there's some bullshit.
Right.
And that's a fact.
Like they say, it's always three sides to a story.
You ain't never lied. Because I'm listening and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. How these people are saying this stuff. And Diana was saying how I've never seen him do this, that, and the third. He never, not let them go to the bathroom or they couldn't order food and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, me neither.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I never seen them. He wouldn't allow us to see them.
Right.
But to my understanding is that everything was looking like it was running fine because I was never witness to nothing where, we couldn't even look at him, for God's sake.
Right.
I mean, come on. It just wasn't something that was happening. And we was cool with that because, like I say, we didn't grow up with him. We weren't his tight homeboys or none of that. So he looked at us kind of like, around the time that Aaliyah was there and all of that. We was never really there when she was there, maybe once or twice.
Right.
But we would always be in a separate room doing rehearsing and shit like that. I mean, we was always on that. So it's like we never even had a chance to witness a lot of stuff that was even going on. And that's a fact. So let me see what else I got on Diana. Be patient, people. Be patient. And again, I say I thought she was a nanny, honestly.
Okay.
Because she was always running with the kids. So let me ask you this, Jimmy.
Okay.
If You were in my position, which was pretty much an outsider
Uh-huh.
of the situation. How would you have treated it?
Well, I guess I would kind of look at it sort of similar because I'm kind of mind my business, and if I'm there to do a certain task, I'm doing that, and then back to minding my business again. So
Mm,
it's I guess it's best to kind of stay out the way when you think
right.
about it. And it's like I think you said it on the show or two ago, where you was like, if you had of, then you would be up in New York, on the witness stand testifying and all that. So you know,
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, we couldn't speak to them.
right,
And because we had this unspoken, I don't know what the hell you even call it, but we had this unspoken thing where he just knew I wasn't that person. I
right,
wasn't taking nobody, I wasn't taking them pieces of paper and handing it to different people. No, I wasn't doing all that.
right,
So at the end of the day, I was kind of isolated from anything in his personal. We had a bond off the creative and music and performing and
right,
eventually me writing and things like that. But we never got to the point where I was that close,
okay,
only on a professional level. And again, shout out to Dana J, shout out to the plainest Jane, and a shout out to a view from Tracy's Point. And I like them because they're reading the transcripts. And like I done told everybody else, I'm not going to do it. I'm not
yeah,
reading those transcripts. I'm going to give you from my perspective, and that's it.
yeah,
I didn't have
exactly.
company because people don't like me, don't like my rules. No going in my refrigerator, no sitting in my living room. Beauty is me, you crazy.
All
Beauty
right.
is me, who you talking about? Dom K. She took me back after I broke her heart about 1,000 times. She gave her, what the fuck is that? Dre, I'm sorry, but Dana J is not real. He don't know Kels. Oh man, see, and this is what I'm not gonna do. You saw him walking behind this nigga in court. He knows him. He knows him. I mean, that's just what it is. And I hate to say that, but he knows him in some capacity. Now, whether he's a close person in, I don't know. But at the end of the day, he knows this man. He would not be going this hard for this man. Trust and believe. But I respect you saying that, but at the end of the day, man, he knows him. So he just needs to accept that. He knows him. This man is not flying to New York and doing all this extra shit because he don't know him, man. He's not doing it. I don't believe it, at least. I don't believe it. All right. So we're gonna move along, man. Then there was a Jane Doe, Angela. Angela is her alias,
Okay.
and she says that she was 14 or 15 when she met Rob. 14 or 15. And she says that he knew her age, and it really didn't matter. I don't know that to be true,
Right.
so I'm not going to sit here and lie. I don't know that to be true because this is around the time that we were first I mean, we couldn't have even known him more than maybe a few months around
Mm.
this time that this supposedly was the case.
Okay.
Now,
So this is the one that was the backup dancer, or
absolutely,
okay,
absolutely, she's supposed to have been a backup dancer for Aaliyah, and they also sung. Yeah, and Nostalgia Films, you are on point. She was in a group, and I remember him saying that he was putting his group together. It was a few like girls, and they were going to be called Second Chapter. Absolutely, Nostalgia Films, Second Chapter. You're absolutely right. She goes on to say that some kind of way they were at his apartment, and she, everybody was out there kicking it. He went into another room, and then slowly, another girl went into this other room that he went into, and a bunch of crazy stuff happened. That she was intertwined in some type of threesome of some sort, allegedly.
allegedly, yeah.
And she asked him, did he have a condom? He said no. But one of the other girls said, yeah, I got one. So at that point, she alleges that she put the condom on him and he told her to do a sexual act, I'll say. I'm not going to be as explicit as the transcripts that the plaintiff Jane was reading. I'm not going to do that. I'm not here for that. But that's her story. I know nothing about that.
Right.
Story. So, give me a second. Give me a second. And we're going to go to a sponsor. And we're going to come right back and get to it.
Been a couple weeks and I took you off to the airport, drop you for the plane. Touch back down in the city, really gotta say that I'm glad you came. Hope that you really feel the same, just wanna hear you really say my name. Been some time that we really spoke, so you know that I gotta cope. I drink, I smoke, too faded, nowhere to go. Let's go ahead and let's toast. Tonight we'll take it through the ceiling. Oh, wonderful feeling. Fuck whatever you hearing. This cup is what I'm killing. This cup is what I'm stealing. I drink, I smoke, too faded, nowhere to go.
Back in the building. Kano the Don. Vibe Show. 97.9. Jimmy, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Give me a second. I wanna ask the right question.
Okay.
Is it wise? And I'm being objective because I'm seeing this thing move in a different way right now.
Okay.
And I'm all with the Kale supporters. And I understand the people that are not supporting. I understand them too because it looks bad.
Right.
But we have to be objective. We have to. Because he's not guilty yet. And he hasn't been exonerated yet.
Right.
So we have to be objective.
Most
And let me ask you a question.
Okay.
If you were in his position, would you have young women around? Let's just say it like that. Would you even attempt to have young women around?
No.
When you can have any woman you want.
Right. And I would have to say absolutely not, because, you know, okay, as an adult, as a grown man, it's like, okay, you know, you kind of sort of stick to your age group, you know, and me personally, you know, rather someone older, you know,
Right. I'm gonna
than
keep it
this.
real. Big Jimmy, I'm gonna keep it real.
Uh,
I wouldn't want someone that's inexperienced.
right,
I want the experienced. If
right,
that's the case, give me the mug that know exactly what they're doing. I don't have control issues. I don't want to control you.
right,
I want you to put down your play. Do you?
exactly,
Not me trying to teach you. The hell out of here. I don't have time for that.
right,
Real talk. So I don't really even understand that. Let's just keep it real. I don't really get it.
yeah, yeah.
But
And you know, I mean,
and this same person, Angela, is saying that she was the one that on the tour bus saw dude doing something sexual to Aaliyah. And then she just closed the door.
wow,
And said that she was around 12 at the time. Now, again, I say we have to be objective, but we also can't be stupid either.
right,
So at the end of the day, the time that she came around and he was supposed to be producing her, I remember it.
mm-hmm.
I was there, but I would have never thought she was 12. You know.
So who was 12 again?
Aaliyah.
Okay, okay,
That's what the Jane Doe said, Angela.
okay, gotcha.
That she was between 12 and 14 years old. And I'm like, that's just like unreal to me.
Right,
Because you have to put yourself in the position when we're observing all of the information and we taking it all in. You have to put yourself in the mind of, as a man, this is my daughter.
yeah, yeah, most
That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
This is my daughter, and she's 12.
right,
And I have to hear that this is going on or anything like that. That would drive you insane.
yeah,
Now, I'm not saying this to say that he did or he didn't. I don't know.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, if he did, it's fucked up. Let's just keep it real. It's not 100.
right,
And all of the Kale supporters, I understand y'all, but man, listen to what's going on. You almost are like, at this point, due to the information we're getting, it's all it kind of makes everybody that's supporting look crazy. Look crazy. I'm not saying you are crazy, but it starts to look crazy. And like I said before, I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't know. I haven't seen nothing. I don't know if this man doing none of this stuff, so I can't sit here and say he's guilty.
right,
But I still can't say he's innocent either. I haven't seen it. So it boggles me that people are not being objective about the situation and saying, well, okay, they're saying this, that, and the third. About 10 people done already said that there's a pattern and he's doing wop, and you're still going hard. I get it. If you have a relationship with him or whatever the case may be, and of course you haven't seen nothing, I can see you going hard. And
yeah,
then most of the people that are going hard are fans.
right,
Let's keep it real. These are people that don't even know him. And I'm not talking about Dana J because I know he knows him.
Right.
So I'm talking about all of the people who are saying this stuff, they don't even know nothing. They just assuming and saying, okay, well, he didn't do that. These hoes lying. How do you know? You weren't there. You weren't even privileged to even be there. You're a fan. And that's fine too. I'm not even knocking that. But just look at it for face value. Don't start taking sides and all of that. Just see what happens.
Right.
Because that's what I got to do. I got to just see what happens because I've never seen him do this. To me, this is a man I've never known. I'm going to keep it real. It's like I never knew him. And as we go forward and I go into this next thing, this is something I never could even imagine. And let me look at this. Dre, you never asked him about a Aaliyah situation and told him to slow down. You were close to him. You were in the I Wish video, bro. Nostalgia films. We couldn't even be in the room with her. So it was nothing for me to say. I couldn't say nothing because we never were around her enough to even look at it like there could possibly be something going on. So why would I say something to this man? I had no reason to say nothing to him because we didn't see enough to find it to be a problem. So what would I look like saying something to this dude? And I feel you, nostalgia fans. I know you just asking, but I'm just trying to clear it up. So let's move on. So now the John Doe pops back up, and the John Doe happens to be nephew. Now, like I said before, I seen nephew around. Maybe on one of the tours I was on, he would come out and this and that. I thought the nigga was his nephew. If you don't want to know the truth, I thought it. Because Blackie was supposed to have been his cousin, didn't look shit like him, but I believe that too, because I didn't know them. I don't know who these people. I mean, if you say, "Oh, this is my cousin," okay, it's your cousin. Oh, this is my nephew. Okay, that's your nephew. I'm not hanging out with y'all like that. So anyway, I hope I'm not getting this wrong, but the John Doe that brung nephew in was the aspiring artist.
Okay.
And then he brung nephew around. So nephew said he met him when he was 15 years old. They didn't start a sexual situation until he was like 20. And he basically was inviting nephew in with the girls that he was dealing with, allegedly, and let nephew have intercourse with them. Disturbing.
Yes, very.
Let me ask you this, man. Where is this going? Where do you feel this is going? Because to me, it's looking real crazy.
Yeah.
Where do you think it's going? Do you think that he's going to be exonerated? Do you think he's going to be guilty? What do you think, man?
I mean, Only I can say that only time can tell, and only God knows the answer. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel that if he is in fact innocent, that'll be proven some way somehow, and if he's guilty, that'll be proven some way somehow. So I feel like over time, it might reveal, and that's what I'm saying. It's like I can't give that answer. You know what I'm saying? I got to sit back and wait, just like everybody else that's
Right.
involved in the. So I mean, I mean, I think it's sort of like what you said. Some shows back to is like, if it, in fact is guilty, then he needs help. You know,
I think he need help if it's true more so than he need to go to jail.
right?
Because
So
based off what they saying he's doing, it's making him look like he's not even human.
right, and incarceration, and you got to think about it, like being incarcerated, saying this, got like getting rehabilitated and stuff like that, but he's of a certain age, and these are some very kind of serious crimes and stuff like that. So it doesn't look like if found guilty, he will be getting out
Right.
to be, rehabilitated or whatnot. So, I mean, in reality, if in fact, and I'm saying this is if found guilty, I think he should be sent to like an institution for, kind of like mental health, because that's, a lot of these accusations are very kind of like, how would you put it, sick minded,
Yeah.
if you would.
It's a person with a sickness.
Yes, yeah,
Not you. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I mean, and how they lining it up, it just goes so far. It goes so deep. It's like, wow, man. Could this even be possible?
yeah, exactly.
Because I promise you, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna keep saying it. This is a man. When I hear these stories, this is a man that I don't know. I don't know this man because it was never right out there in my face where I seen it. I've never seen him act like how these people are saying.
Right.
So it's confusing to me. But I have to be objective and look at it from both sides. You got the Kale supporters, and then you got the Kales, they want them hung. But I don't know it to be that, and neither do they, for that matter.
Right.
They don't even know it. They listening to these people say all the stuff that they saying, but at the end of the day, no one knows it but the people that were there.
Yeah.
He only showed the people that had a backbone, a freaking spine. He only showed you certain things. And I'm going to get to that in 1 second. Huh? Oh, I'm not on the screen. So back to the John Doe that he met at the McDonald's, the aspiring artist. He became a part of Rob's basketball team.
Okay.
So he would play ball. And basically, from the information that I got from the 3 people that I watch in terms of transcripts and shit like that, he said Rob is a ball hog. And that you only was on his team to pass him the ball.
Wow.
Right? Okay, so here go a little story time. when I was in music, I got into the whole music thing, but prior to that, that's what I did every day as a teenager, growing into my early 20s. I played probably basketball for about 12 hours every day, every single day. So that was kind of my thing too. So when we got with him, of course, I was playing. But as he realized he would have me on his team, it started out that way. And when he seen I wasn't on like this passing him the ball and he just the one to shoot, he got me off of that. He said, "You're going to be on the other team."
Wow.
He put me on the other team, the opposing team, which I didn't care. Because I wasn't finna keep giving you the ball, nigga. I can shoot too. So I'm like, cool. Now, as time went on, we playing against each other now. And a lot of times, they're not winning. His team ain't winning. I mean, during this time, I was coming down, catching fast breaks, dunking on niggas, all type of shit. So he really wasn't with that. So I felt the energy change. And when I felt the energy change, I say, okay, let me be smart here now. If I keep doing this, this is going to affect our relationship and possibly my creative future. I really felt like that. I said, I'm going to have to stop playing. And that's exactly what I did. I stopped playing. I said, screw it. Now, insert Killer, Kerry Kelly, he was in kind of the same position because he wasn't into that passing of the ball neither. So when Kerry would play, he would be on the opposing team as well. And it would turn into some type of feud that y'all would never even believe.
Oh, wow.
Because Killer has an anger problem. That's for sure. That's for sure. And I remember one time where Rob had did something, I think he called a foul or some crazy shit like that. And Killer went nuts. He like, that's BS. And then stood in the middle of at the half and cocked like he had a shotgun in his hand and was like, I'm sick of this. I'm like, what is happening here? But at that point, I had stopped playing. I'm like,
right.
I'm not finna mess this up. I'm not gonna mess this up. I'm gonna stop doing this. So then it became where I'm just going to the gym. I'm on the sidelines. And then, matter of fact, what's her name? The Plainest Jane said that the girls would have to come to the basketball games and sit on the side. I remember that. If you let the ball bounce near them, they would look into the ceiling like nothing ever happened.
Oh, wow.
Like the ball didn't just bounce over by their way. They never even looked at it. I remember that. And it's like, you found it odd, but that wasn't your business.
Right.
See what I'm saying? That was not your damn business. So I remember this. This is when I stopped playing. And somebody who didn't understand the rules, some Negro, he went and sat over by them. He went and sat his stupid ass over there, damn near next to them. And dude came to me and said, "Hey man, go tell that nigga to sit his ass on this other side." And I went and told him, I said, "Dude, you gotta sit over there." I said, "Dude, you gotta sit over there." And he looked at me like I had four foreheads.
Oh wow.
I'm like, "Hey man, hey, this is just what it is." But it's like, I mean, it's becoming too much.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. And again, I'm speaking to everybody that's watching. I appreciate everybody, your comments and all of that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that damn Cash App and PayPal. Because I'm working over here. You know what I'm saying? This is work. It's not play time. Whew. Okay, so let's see where we at now. I got to get out of here. Nephew was explaining that when dude would have him mess with the girls or whatever the case may be, that this particular girl was like a zombie. What does that mean? Because I don't really know. I'm confused about that. Like zombie? He literally said zombie. So I don't know. But what I do know is, and listen to me, content creators, YouTube creators of content, be objective. Don't be mad at the people that's supporting them. Don't be mad at the people that's hating them. Nobody knows how this is going to end up. We don't know. We all are speculating. We all are just speaking what we think it is until it is what it is. So why keep fighting so hard? I was there and didn't see nothing. I was there. And to me, this is a man, when I hear this stuff about him, this is a man, I can't even picture it. The whole thing of him and nephew and this other cat, and I mean, I can't even imagine it.
Right.
It's disturbing. But because I wasn't there, when these people are alleging that these things are happening, I can't just take their side. How do I do that?
Right.
This is a man that we had our relationship, and our relationship was professional. We didn't hang out like early times of when we met him. We didn't hang out like that. I didn't grow up on the South Side during that time, even though when I was young, about 6, 7 years old, I stayed with my great grandparents out south on 36 in Indiana. That's a fact. But my teenage years I spent on the west side of Chicago. And my production crew just sent me a thing that said he probably felt he did y'all wrong, so he couldn't say nothing. Couldn't trust us. Maybe. But I just wasn't for all of that extra. So like I said on other interviews, I would leave because I would get so frustrated from the BS. I got to go. Jimmy, what would you have done?
Meaning like leave or stay or?
Yeah. Yeah. Would you have stayed there?
I mean, it all depends, I guess, in the sense of what's going on, and you know, especially having a life outside of what I do. I would have to kind of, in a sense, pick my battles. I would stay when it's necessary, and I leave when it's necessary. So, I think that, in a sense, going and coming was probably the best, for and I guess I just say your mental, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, I mean I would probably did more so the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing that I value more than my sanity. So I mean, that's food for thought.
Yeah. And then Queen Diva says, your boy going home and he will definitely need therapy after this. Then she also said, the stuff they are describing is white people stuff. I mean, I kind of feel like you, Queen Diva, because I've never known a person black that has done this type of stuff. But I will tell you this, though. Tyro with Oko, what's good, pimpin'? I'm going to give you and hit the like button. Hit the like button. But I'm going to tell you this. And this is just a insert of just something you probably don't know that shocked me when I figured it out about dude. We on the road, we doing shows and all of that. And like I say, we didn't really hang out. We kind of did our own thing or whatever the case may be. But this is what I found out later. Dude would not sleep in a hotel bed. And we'd be in different cities. He never slept in the bed. You know where he slept? You know where he slept?
What was that?
He slept in the bathroom. He'd take his cover off the bed and put it in the bathroom. And what he told me, I said, dude, what the hell are you doing? He said, it's darker in here and this and that. I need it dark when I sleep. So he would never sleep in the room. He would always sleep in the bathroom. And bring his cover in there off the hotel bed. Now, Harlem, New York say the closet. I mean, I guess. So I'm gonna say this again, man. Let's all be objective. Because like I say, if he's innocent, he should be free. And if he's guilty, he should get help. Not go to jail. I don't want to see nobody go to jail unless you murdered somebody or did some outlandish goofy shit. Then yeah, you should probably go to jail. But at the end of the day, if these things are true, then he needs help. Let's stop feuding about this thing with different content creators and all of that. It's no reason to do that because 90% of y'all don't know nothing. Y'all just talking. Hearsay. So let's keep it objective because it's counting down now. It's counting down. And then after this, it's going to be what it is. That's the best way I can say it. It's going to be whatever it's going to be. And it ain't got shit to do with none of us. So whether you support him or you don't, it still is what it is. And the people that's saying that he should be locked up and in prison, why would you say that if all of this stuff that y'all reporting is so outlandish and crazy? Why would you think this man need to be in jail and need help? Real talk, he need help.
Right.
Because he's sick. He need help if that's the case. Stop arguing with each other, YouTubers. It's not that serious. Clicks and views, clicks and views. And then when this is over, then what? Then what? Hope you got other topics. Or your channel goes to shit. So let me touch on this one last topic, and I'm gonna get the frick up out of here. Did I put the shit in here? Damn, I didn't put it in there. Okay. Let me get to it. I gotta get out of here. Let me get to it. Did you guys hear about the MMA fighter, which is a transgender, that beat the brakes? I'm not laughing. Beat the brakes off of a woman in a fight. She had about 7 staples in her head, knocked her unconscious. What do you guys feel about that? Is this something that's right? Is it right? I don't think it is. I'm going to just keep it real. I don't think it is. Because a man is a man all day long. Whether you decide to be transgender or whatever the case may be, you're still a man. You were born with all man parts. And it was in a mixed martial artist fight. And the person that's a transgender is Fallon Fox. Fallon Fox beat the brakes off of Tamika Brents. She received staples in her head, about 7, and a concussion, and broke her skull. I'm just keep it real. I got nothing against transgenders. I got nothing against people who are homosexual. I got nothing against the LGBTQ plus community. Nothing against them. But this isn't right. And I've researched a bunch of other stuff to where high school students and stuff like that who are trying to compete and go to different colleges, now they have to compete with a transgender, which is a male, and try to beat them out in whatever sport they're in to get their scholarships. It's not fair. It's not fair. I'm just keep it real. That's not fair.
Right.
That's not fair. Because just because you decide to say, I want to be a woman, but you're a man, you shouldn't be competing with a woman. Your DNA says you're a man. Don't do that to these women, born women, who are actually trying to excel in whatever sport or whatever thing they doing. Don't compete with them. This person is still a man who knocked this lady unconscious and pretty much like just beat her half to death.
Right.
It's not right. Jimmy, what do you think about that, man? Lord have mercy.
You know, it's kind of what I touched on earlier. I feel that, you know, again, you know, women are not as strong and tough as a man. So to put her in the ring with a man, like you said, by DNA status or whatever, it was kind of like, you know, it was something that they should have, you know, really thought hard about, and in the sense kind of fought against that happening. Because, you know, I mean, when two men fight, you know, it's like, you know, the stronger competitor sometimes can beat, you know, the weaker competitor down to, you know, some type of state to where, you know, they need to heal and stuff like that. But when it, you know, when you think about women and they're kind of like not as strong as a man and stuff like that, it's like those licks is like coming from a man is 10 times harder in a sense.
And Jimmy, let me say this, because nostalgia films, I mess with you. I really do. But I don't agree when you say professional fight. So fair to me. Absolutely not.
Right.
Sorry. Absolutely not. That's never fair.
Right.
That's like me, 220 pounds, 6'2", and I'm beating a woman. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
She has not a chance. Just like most niggas don't have a chance. So at the end of the day, that's wrong and it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Fight another transgender if that's what you're going to do. But don't mix it like that. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Not right.
Yeah, I think so.
That's not right. And I respect the transgender. I ain't got no problem with them. But if you an MMA fighter and you a transgender, fight another transgender.
Yeah.
Why even, it don't even make sense. It feels stupid to me. Because he's still a man. He might wear a dress. Still a man. He might claim, I'm a woman now. You still a man. It's not right. It's not fair. I don't agree with it. Love me or hate me. Whoever say I'm on some bullshit, screw you. The hell out of here. That's not right. Because me, as a whole man, I have never put my hands on any woman.
Right.
Ever. Because it don't make sense. It's not right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not right. So, we're going to get up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you chiming in. Nostalgia Films. I still mess with you. I just can't agree with that. Harlem, New York. Appreciate you being here. If you were born male, you should only compete aesthetically with only males. You are correct. Mary Sela. I hope I'm saying that right. Marisela. Exactly. That's a fact. Appreciate you for stopping by too. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and hit that damn Cash App. I'm working hard over here. Hit that Cash App and PayPal. It's on the screen. Somebody said, Dre, who kept that 18? SYD BO, you crazy as hell. Dre, who kept that 18 and over sign. Not me, nigga. Crazy as hell. But man, I appreciate y'all. As I get updates, I'm gonna be back on. So tune in, share this video, hit the like button. Cause we about to pop out here. We about to pop out here. And we're gonna talk about everything that is on some BS. We're gonna talk about it all, not just this kale shit. This shit is what it is. You got to say goofy grandma before you go. How from New York say you got to say goofy grandma before you go? Oh, man. Shout out to goofy grandma, man. I understand her position. If she's listening, I understand it. But let's just keep things in a good perspective and understand what this really is. So I appreciate you at the end of the day. But this is my life, man. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm not a fan of his, man. I was there with him from the beginning. So with that being said, I really appreciate everybody in the chat. Hit me up on the email, man. You know, it's on the ticker. Hit me up on the email. Holla at your boy. Let me put it up there for y'all. I ain't even put it up there. Tired the motherfucker. Been up for damn near 2 days. But the information is at the bottom of the screen. Hit me up. Send me an email. Tell me you love me. Something. And I'll be back. I'll be back for the BS. And we're going to sort this thing out objectively. Okay? Objectively. And again, I say shout out to Dana J. You are going hard, and I can appreciate that. Shout out to The Plainest Jane and A View from Tracy's Point, because I love how y'all read the transcripts, because I don't have time for that shit. I'm going to keep it real. But I appreciate y'all, and I'm always shout y'all out because that's where I get my information from. So shout out to you. So, Jimmy, any last words for the people?
No, I think you know, I don't, you know, it's like, I guess it's like stay out the way, you know, keep wearing your mask, you know, and
yeah, because COVID's real.
Yeah.
Don't get it messed up. My homeboy from Michigan called me and told me my other homeboy, his brother, just passed away from it. Wow. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. It's not a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
I be trying to put masks all over my damn head.
Yeah.
About 6 of them. Because I'm not comfortable yet with taking that demo. I'm not comfortable. If I get to the point to where I have to, or this, that, and the third, then I'll talk to the, you know, my specialists and people like that and figure out what's best for me. But at the end of the day, I can't do it right now. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, good night. Be safe. And we'll see you next time. Because as soon as it come out tomorrow, I'll be back on it again. With some more BS.
Right.
So good night, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for stopping.